pleasure for us to be able to have Michael Rochin here today. And he is a part of our Omni Digital team, and we're blessed to have him in that capacity. And he and his wife, Kayla, and their daughter, Ever, are here at our campus. And we just brought Michael in. We wanted to engage in a conversation specifically about your involvement in jiu-jitsu and how that has, as you've shared with us, assisted you just with self-discipline and as you struggle with some attentional issues. Yeah. Can you share a little bit about that and what your experience has been?
Yeah. Well, let's see. For as long as I can remember, I can't remember much. I don't have good focus. I don't have the best memory. I often, you can ask my wife how often I pick up hobbies, spend way too much money on them, and then a month later I find out like, oh, I'm not into it like I thought I was, or I'm not good enough as quickly as possible, so I'm gonna like quit. I'm sure, John, we kind of go through the same thing, so you probably know what I'm talking about. So it's been a while starting jiu-jitsu, and I am like the least athletic person in the whole world, and I'll learn a technique and then I'll forget it. Like 20 seconds later, I'm always the guy in the class who's like, Professor, or that's what we call our instructors, like, Professor, can you show that to me again? He makes fun of me all the time. He's like, I should just charge you for personal.
You're that guy?
Yeah, I'm that guy. So it's cool. Before jiu-jitsu, I was also like very low confidence. I don't know why, but I always have had low confidence because I feel like I'm a slow learner. I don't catch on to things as quickly as other people do. It's been me my whole life. So starting jiu-jitsu, it's crazy that I'm still into it, even though I am the slowest learner there, the least athletic, and coming into it, like the lowest confidence. But now I really bad at jiu-jitsu, but I'm like, it's wild. I still love doing it, and I never thought I'd stick with something this long. So to me, like 7 months doing something is like what someone else would celebrate for like 10 years. It's like, wow, I think I passed the point where like, hey, I'm actually going to stick with it.
Well, you had like that breakthrough moment. And like, I remember on Sunday, went up to you and I was like, I'm really proud of you for that, because you shared that, because I know what that feels like to like have you constantly like start something, not finish it, start it, not finish it, start it, start 3 things at once, not finish them. But to do something for 7 months straight and then to like actually keep doing it, even if you're not feeling like you're actually doing that good. Yeah. It's just like that kind of discipline. It's hard for people with like ADHD especially. So yeah, it's really cool.
Thanks.
And I think too, one of the reasons why we wanted to do just a time of conversations with people in our congregation is it's a connect point. Because, I mean, you and John connect on this level specifically because you guys have both struggled with some attentional issues and both with medication and attempting to try to resolve some of the issues with that. And then training and activities, trying to address it that way. But it's a way for others in our congregation to connect with those in our body that have issues that they might have themselves or their kids have. And that's part of the reason that the body of Christ is so important for us, because it's a place where we find connection, hope, belonging. And so that's why we wanted to bring you in. And this is going to be kind of a part one of maybe multiple conversations we have with you, because you have an interesting story. Yeah. But we wanted to share or have you share that aspect of what you're even going through right now.
I would love that. If in the future we could talk more about like ADHD, because like growing up, I was diagnosed with autism in my early life, and then they found out that I didn't have it, and then they left it at that. Like, okay, I guess nothing else is wrong. And then like in my 30s, they're like, oh, it's ADHD. I'm like, I didn't know it was just a focus thing. It has a lot more to do with focus, like temperament. Of course, obviously anger, and you could ask my wife like how many things I just like blow way out of proportion than it needs to be. And I'm like, wow, that all is ADHD. So I would love if we continue those kind of conversations in the future.
Yeah, that'd be great. I mean, I think that in and of itself would be a whole conversation, is just talking about things that you've learned in the process, John. Things you've learned as well. And I know that there's a lot of families that are impacted by the very same issue. And so we'd love to engage in that conversation.
Awesome. Well, thanks for this little chat.
Yeah.
Erin, how much do you struggle with ADHD?
Not.
She's pretty disciplined, man. She's the one that she's the
Sometimes
workhorse.
I wonder, but
No, you're
you're
good.
being funny, aren't you?
You're good. Yeah, you're good, Erin.
Okay.
You don't have it.
I appreciate that. I'm sorry. I can't
You're
relate.
missing out. You're missing out.
Yeah, you're totally missing it.
So those who were able to listen in with us, this is something that we're going to continue on doing, is having conversations with those at Sandals Church Banning. And we have a very amazing group of people, amazing families. I get a chance to have conversations with most of the people in our congregation, often over coffee tables or maybe at lunch. And this is a way that we can share some of those stories with the rest of the body. So, Michael, thank you for coming in and sharing a bit.
Appreciate you, man.
Thanks, guys.
Love you.
Love you guys.